Quickly, round up the usual mistakes. Well, hello Glue Troopers, Max and Max's Models here. So today was work on the Stukas day, and I got them over to the paint shop, the 148 scale Pro Modeler. I got the canopy all masked off and got it taped off according to the instruction sheet. And the two greens I were going to use, a gray green and a dark green, and according to the instructions, one spat is painted one color and one spat is painted the other, and then you put the camouflage pattern on the top and sides. So I compared the two colors by painting the spats, and I was like, yeah, okay, that should work. A little darker than I think it probably should be, but that ought to work. And not really as much contrast as I'd like to have had, but I was like, yeah, I can deal with it. That's pretty good. So I get it all taped off according to the instruction sheet, and I had, of course, I'd already put down a base coat. And now all I had to do was add the lighter color. So got all the dark areas marked off, hit it with the dark green, which is actually the lighter two between the dark green and the gray green. Once that hardened, I peeled off one little piece to check the contrast, and there wasn't any contrast because I either didn't realize or had forgotten that I had actually laid down the lighter, quote unquote, dark green, not the darker gray green. So I had just shot it in the same color. But that made me look at the spats again and think maybe that isn't really the contrast I want. I could just put the darker color where the lighter color goes. It's not like anyone's going to really notice. But I was like, nah, you know what? I was never that thrilled with that color combination. So I got an olive drab, which looked a little bit closer to the lighter color according to the instruction sheet contrast. Hit it with that, and that looked a lot better. So when that hardened and I peeled it off, I had more of the colors that I wanted, and the pattern was correct. So got the canopy a little bit cleaned up. I still have to do some more cleaning up, and of course reshot the spatted gear. So now it's in there hardening. Probably finish it off tomorrow if we get a chance. We got things to do tomorrow, but if I can get to work tomorrow afternoon, then perhaps we'll get it done. And so I was also investigating getting a new cover for the Tarbis. So it's going to be expensive, but it'll probably be a metal cover as opposed to a cloth one. On the other Stuka, I got the paint started on it, and I went in and primed the whole thing. Even though it's kind of molded in color for the desert scheme, I was like, nah, we're going to prime it and paint it. And I'm still masking off the canopy, but I went ahead and just covered up the cockpit, got it primed, and started shooting the desert yellow on top, and it's coming together pretty good. There's a couple of different schemes. I could just leave it desert yellow over a light gray, or I could go ahead and put all the green splotches on it. There were squadrons that were painted both ways. In fact, I think the same squadrons had different schemes. Probably go ahead and put the airbrush in the green splotches because it looks busier, just kind of more interesting to look at. But we'll see. But that's coming together. I did have to putty up some areas. The wings had some massive seams, so laid down the tape and so that I could putty up without making too much of a mess, and using the Tamiya white, and it did a real good job of sealing up. So it's one of those kits that for its time in the 60s when it came out, it was really a top shelf kit, but by today's standards, it's almost like a level 2, maybe a level 3 kit. There isn't that much detail in it. And horse around those big parts, you're trying to get stuff in place. Things don't fit that great, and you hear something go pop, like, oh, great, something shifted. It's a little bit of a cantankerous kit, but not bad. I don't want to be trash mouthing. I'm just letting you know what you're getting in for. Get rid of those giant injector gate marks, and I still have some seams to deal with. So I don't know if I'll finish it tomorrow or not, but anyway, I still have to paint the pilots also, and that's probably the most detailed work you do on a whole airplane. But it'll look good where, up on the shelf, which is, as you guys know, that's just my standard. If I was going to go really into the weeds with the kit, I'd probably get, a large 1/32 scale Stuka. I'd probably get one, the more modern one. But this makes a great just fun build that you can enjoy yourself and not sweat the little stuff. I don't know. Don't forget, this was made back when rivet heads sticking out were a feature, not a bug. So anyway, it's all coming together, and got some paint and glue on my fingers today, so that's always a good day when that happens. Well, that's just really where everything's at right now. And I'll talk to you guys later. Got lots of stuff going on the rest of the week and going to be working this weekend, so sadly no live stream. I thought about maybe trying to do one Thursday night, but it's a work week and everything, so we'll just see how that goes. No plans. Well, that's pretty much it. You take care of yourselves, and as always, model on.